Hey everybody, Ryan here. Alright, I'm going to go over all the goalie stats for the league. This was recorded before the games today on February 14th, so anything that happened after today may have changed the stats. I am unsure. We'll see next week because I plan on doing these videos every Sunday. As of right now, these are where they stand, so I hope you enjoy. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started with the goalie stats for the NHL. In the win category, we got the leaders Andrei Vasilevskiy and Frederik Andersen. What? The goalie Toronto fans wanted to get rid of because he was terrible? Is tied for league lead in wins? Well, that wasn't why they wanted to get rid of him, was his regular season performance. It was his playoffs, and sometimes he can be inconsistent in the regular season. But still, he's tied with probably the best goalie in the entire world in wins so far. Not too shabby. But Toronto's been a very good team this year, so it's not surprising either. Alright, after them is followed by Jordan Binnington, Jakob Markstrom, and Philip Grubauer with 7. Kevin Lankinen, huge surprise because I didn't even hear about this guy until this season. Mikko Koskinen, James Reimer, also kind of a surprise. Tuukka Rask, Semyon Varlamov, Marc-Andre Fleury, and Connor Hellebuyck, all with 6 wins. James Reimer was kind of thrust into his starting position once Mrazek got hurt, but so far, 7 games played, 6 started with 6 wins. Good start for Reimer. Alright, on to the losses. This isn't necessarily a good category to be at the top of. No, this is definitely not a good category to be on the top of. You got Thomas Greiss with the worst loss, and that's at 9. He did get his 1 win finally for Detroit, but they have not played well in front of him, because he's played really well, honestly, but they just don't give him a run support. He does not get that goal support that others do. Mikko Koskinen is actually 6 for 7 on here. I'm kind of surprised by that, considering Edmonton is doing fairly well in the North Division. Matt Murray, also the unfortunate victim of being on a not great team. Then Thatcher Demko and Darcy Kemper with 6 losses. Marcus Hogberg, Braden Holtby, and Pekka Rinne all have 5 losses. And we have a huge tie with 4 losses. Tristan Jarry, Calvin Peterson. I always ran his name as Cal Peterson. I never realized his name was Calvin. Okay, learning something new. Connor Hellebuyck, Martin Jones, UC Saros, Jakob Markstrom, Igor Shesterkin, and John Gibson, all with 4 losses. I'm kind of surprised by Martin Jones only being 4 losses, honestly. It feels like it should be more, doesn't it? And that's nothing against him, it just seems like they lose more than they have, honestly. Alright, Semyon Varlamov leads in the shutout category, tied with John Gibson of Anaheim. Probably the only category you're going to see Anaheim leading in, or tied with the lead in. Philip Grubauer and Jakob Markstrom had 2 shutouts, and Marc-Andre Fleury and Anton Khudobin have 1 each. Alright, goals against, Mikko Koskinen has allowed the most with 44 goals against. Matt Murray, 37. Jonas Korpisalo, 35. Thatcher Demko, 34. Frederik Andersen and Martin Jones tied with 33. Vitek Vanacek, 31. Braden Holtby, 30. Thomas Greiss, 30. And Carter Hart, 30. Probably the most surprising would be Koskinen, because Edmonton's doing so well, so you wouldn't assume they allow a lot of goals, but they do allow a lot of goals. Because they score a lot of goals, it really doesn't matter too much. Alright, on to goals against average. I had to adjust this because they had a whole bunch of guys that had played like 1 game, faced like 5 shots. I think the highest goals against average was 0 for the Sharks' 3rd goalie, because he made 5 saves in relief at Jones the other night. Stopped all 5. I don't think that's fair, so I set it to someone who started at least 7 games. And that means Marc-Andre Fleury has the best goals against average, 1.58. Philip Grubauer's next, 1.67. Vasilevskiy, 1.92. And Semyon Varlamov, 1.98 are your only ones less than 2. Igor Shesterkin, 2.16. Gibson 2.26, Markstrom 2.33, Connor Hellebuyck 2.36, Darcy Kemper 2.46, Cal Pearson 2.49, and Kevin Lankinen 2.49. I'm honestly surprised with how well Gibson's played so far. He's at 2.26. That's kind of surprising to me. I would have thought he'd be below 2 because he doesn't allow a whole lot. And that's lucky for him, or actually lucky for the Ducks more than him. Alright, save percentage. That is led by Grubauer and Fleury, 934. Vasilevsky, 933. Semyon Varlamov, 930. Cal Pearson, 926. Markstrom and Lankinen, 925. Gibson, 923. Shesterkin, 922. And Hellebuyck, 921. There you go. That's all the save percentage leaders. I thought this would be a fun one just to look at. Nobody scored a goal as a goalie this year yet. Still could happen. But I thought it'd be fun just to see who's leading in points. Anton Khudobin for Dallas has 2 assists on the year already. Our only multi-point goalie. Then we had Grubauer, Koskinen, Holtby, Korpisalo, Lankinen, Murray, Frederik Andersen, and Vasilevsky, all with 1 assist. I like it when goalies get points personally, because it kind of adds something to the game, because they don't normally get a whole lot. So it's kind of exciting when they do. Alright, that's all I have for the goalie stats. I mean, like I said with the player stats, there's like 1,000 categories to go over. If you really want to go deep into these, please feel free to. I'm not going to, because it gets tiring going that long. But that's what I have for you. I'm just going to go over those specific categories every Sunday. See what changes, see who improves, see who gets worse. Or more so, see who has a bad week, see who has a good one, or see who goes mediocre in a week. Alright, that's what I got for you, so I hope you enjoy. If you do, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop a new video. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. And other than that, thank you for watching if you do neither, and I will see you all next video. Bye everybody.